there is enough of us in the world and there's not enough money to go around. Well, you would have hated the London Wicked premiere because I stepped onto that carpet. There were like 80 cameras and I reckon about 8 went up. And 10%'s a win. So then Kylie Minogue's on her hands and knees on the ground picking up my light. And I'm like, Kylie, get up, Kylie. Kylie, get up. I'm like, why is Kylie Minogue at my feet trying to pick up my ring light from my phone?
Yeah. Please welcome to the Mitch Churi Chat Show, my friend, my dear friend. I know him as Matt, but you know him as All Right. Hey, hello, darling.
Hello, what was your name again?
Yes, I'm Mitch Churi.
So lovely to meet you. Thank you for having me, Giles. Excited to be here.
It's great that you decided to do Make-A-Wish, and I appreciate that you've done it and no longer terminal.
I'm genuinely honoured that you've asked me to be on the show. I didn't think I was famous enough to be. I mean, when you started with Tyra Banks,
I know.
It's a long fall from grace to end up with All Right Hey. But anyway, I'm very happy to be here.
Yeah, we're really scraping the bottom of the barrel. Brittany Hockley said no. And then we couldn't get Finch, who's that other gay guy on TikTok that makes the food?
The one that everyone gets me mixed up with.
Do they actually?
Either Michael Finch, Christian Hull, take your pick.
Mitch Churi.
Mitch Churi, we get mixed up for each other, don't we? So if you're a gay man in Australia and you make content, they've probably thought you're All Right Hey.
Yeah, I agree. But I'm glad I get compared to you.
Really?
Yeah,
Thank you.
I am.
Can't say the same.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
You're very talented. Of course we want you here. Grace, this was a genuine no-brainer.
Yeah, this is not a fill-in spot. This is a genuine guest.
She's really from the heart. Like she's not trying to work to convince you.
No, I couldn't figure out where my microphone was.
We moved it. We've moved your microphone.
This is new.
Yeah, it is new.
Okay.
Well, we're doing very well. You know, we're upgrading constantly.
Also, does Grace have a camera, or are you just coming in like the voice of God right now?
Voice of God, yeah.
We have a real issue with that because people on the YouTube are now, because the Podfather Simon, who's on the non-guest episodes, chimes in off mic, on mic, off camera, and everyone in the comments thinks he sounds like Girthmaster.
Yeah.
Simon, come in quickly. Come in. And do you know Girth? Have you seen Girthmaster's content?
Do I know Girthmaster?
Hello, everyone.
Oh, do you kind of hear it?
Wait, go again.
Go again.
Hello, this is Simon.
Okay, he is deepening his voice.
I get
He's
it.
deepening his voice.
I get it.
Is there any other comparisons to Girthmaster?
Grab the deodorant can and we'll do a comparison.
I've never understood straight boys. They love a fish. And they love Rexona.
They love Rexona and the shampoo bottle next to it and all.
Yeah,
It's
head
like
and
every
shoulders.
guy knows the size of an iPhone screen.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're getting bigger, those iPhone screens. That used to be my joke when you'd hand someone their phone and they're like, oh, I hope I don't see your nudes. I'm like, you'd need an iPad, doll. It doesn't make sense because the screen size is like the same on everything. Like it's not a good joke. But it always kills. Anyway, you know what I love? The Foxtel remote I got once. Okay. Like the Foxtel IQ2, like next to a penis.
Yes.
Yeah. That was the comparison.
Oh, you got a nude with the Foxtel remote next to it.
I thought you were saying you just got a Foxtel remote. And I was like, okay,
I know.
cool.
That's why I was like just laughing.
Interesting show.
Okay, then go off. I guess great Christmas for you. Then just a remote, no Foxtel though.
It's expensive, actually.
Quite unsanitary to use. Like at least if you use a shampoo bottle, it's in the shower.
It gets
all kind of
showered.
washes away. But you know, I don't want to be queuing up Family Guy and having your penis germs on me Foxtel.
No, I'm with you. I'm so with you. I'm glad you're here. I like having friends. The episodes, we get better reception from the listeners when it's kind of in the family. Mm-hmm. And I feel like if you watch Drag Race, of course, when they have the judges on the finale and they say, and tonight, it's just family.
Yeah.
And it's Carson and Ross and Michelle and T.S. Madison. That's you to me.
Nice. Thank you.
Which is a compliment.
Oh, well, I need to come back more often. I've never gotten so many compliments in 5 minutes in my life.
You're a podcast. You got High Scrollers with Brittany Broski. Which one is it?
Yeah, Brittany Lee Saunders.
Brittany Higgins, of course.
Which is so much fun. It's like the best decision I've ever made to start that podcast with her. I mean, I was actually asked to do the podcast with her. My last podcast, Trash Alley, as we all know and love, went down the drain. Thank you.
Because that had Mitchell Coombs.
Mitchell Coombs originally, and then Tim Abbott took over Mitchell Coombs when Mitchell decided to step away.
Yeah.
And it was mine and Mitchell's baby, right? And then Spotify basically everyone thinks there's like so much drama. Everyone always thinks when a podcast ends, it must be that there's this big blow up or some sort of, I mean, with
Mitchell, is it just me?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
people think
love
there must be drama or all the rest of that. But Spotify just cut budgets. That's as simple as it is. They just went, we don't want to put our money into podcasts anymore. And everybody got cut. But unfortunately, ours was really popular. Yeah. So that's the only one anyone cared about. Like a lot of other people had podcasts, but you didn't hear a peep out of them. I also have a relationship with my audience where I needed to let them in. So a lot of other people didn't acknowledge it, whereas my audience is so important to me that I'm like, I've got to tell them. And there were discussions, do we even mention it? Do we just,
ghost, just disappear?
Just disappear and just don't even like make a point of saying that it was over. And I was like, no, sorry, I need to explain to my audience what's happened. And then, it's just like one door closes, another one opens. Literally a week later, Brittany said, hey, Nova wants to do a podcast with me. They asked who I want to co-host and you're the only person that I can think of that would be a good fit. And I was like, yeah, well, I've got this opening now because my other one's just ended. So let's do it. And it's been the best thing ever. And of course, because it was so soon, then people think that there's drama and that I stepped away because I had the new opportunity and was being paid more. And guess what? I am being paid more. So thank you for that. But it had nothing to do with anything like that.
Do you prefer high scrollers to doing Trash Alley?
100%.
You don't miss Trash Alley?
I don't miss Trash Alley at all. I am so happy to see the end of that. And it was a very hard gig because I lost a lot of creative control. The really amazing thing about Nova is they let Brittany and I do what we want to do. Yeah. And they trust us enough to know that we know what we're doing. A lot of podcasts who get, who are with a network, they are spoon-fed in a way what to do, what to say each week. Brittany and I, like, Dylan, we've been doing this for over a decade. We know what to talk about. We know what people want to hear. Trust us. And at first it was obviously rocky with Nova. Like they kind of said, it'd be great if we got 1,000 listens a week. And Brittany and I looked at each other and went, don't worry.
I could stand on the street and get 1,000 listens.
Exactly. I was like, don't worry about it, sweetheart. And they were like, they were trying to keep us humble. And they were like, you know what? Let's just see how it goes. Well, that first debut episode just blew every number and every record that they had. And then they were like, oh gosh, we need a whole new team. We need to put all our resources into it, which was great. They were very receptive to it. So I'm so grateful for the Nova team who have been nothing but amazing to work with. They're also hustlers. Like Trash Alley was obviously amazing and so grateful for the opportunity, but we just kind of like made a little bit of money and not much else. With Nova, we've got this team who are so dedicated to getting the podcast sponsored and, doing different kind of activations. And they also sell like sponsored TikToks and Reels for me. So I'm now making like this whole extra kind of salary, which I didn't have beforehand and didn't expect. And thank goodness Brittany trusted me and asked me to be her podcast host because I'm forever grateful because it's changed my life. It's such a good show.
Well, I filled in for you, back to the connection of being the same person in the industry. Yes. We're interchangeable, you, me and Josh Gad. And I loved it. What do you do, the ka-ching of the week? Or what is it?
The Royal Flush.
The Royal Flush. Yeah, Brittany sent me a voice note in between fate fittings. And she was like, you just need to do a Royal Tush and then a ka-ching, and then we'll play poker. I'm like, sure. Yeah. It's so fun. I love the premise. It's a great show. And a lot of the listeners from your show came here after I did that little fill-in stint. So I think there's a shared audience of
which is great. And that's the thing, we have such a dedicated audience that some people have been watching us for 12 years. Yeah. We've been in their lives for 12. I mean, Brittany even longer. I don't know. She's probably at 15 now. But for me, I'm coming up to 12 years on social media. And I forget, just with the way the landscape is, that I've been in people's lives for 12 years. Yeah. And no wonder they have a parasocial relationship with me. Yes. Because, imagine having me in your life for 12 years.
No,
you'd need long service leave.
Yeah, you would. No one gets to clock off from that, do they? It's kind of, it's persistent. At the TikTok Awards we had this year, I'm trying to currently fight with feeling old. And if I had to have one more conversation with a 19-year-old that mentioned their assistant, I would have thrown myself off the TikTok amphitheater roof. Mm-hmm. But then it's also well, no, because we've got experience and we also have this wealth of knowledge that they don't have. But I'm just battling my inner brain. It's like I'm old, I'm has-been. All these new, young, talented kids can do it all. But I don't know. I don't know if you battle with that, being loving it, that you're experienced, or feeling like you've missed the boat.
Not at all.
Really?
I walk into the room at, say, the TikTok Awards and I go, you're only here because of me.
Oh, I love that.
Honey, I paved the way for these cretins, I was doing it when it wasn't cool. Yeah. I was doing it when you didn't make any money. Yeah. I was doing it when you were a loser if you were making YouTube videos, which is how I started.
Did you start on YouTube? You started with All Right Hey.
Yes.
That's the name.
That's how the name came about. I never planned to be All Right Hey. But what happened was when I started the channel...
You sound like a Marvel superhero. I never planned to take on this role.
But then, directors director John M. Chu just reached out and said you'd be perfect for the role. And I said, well, why not? Let's just see how it goes.
You'd be a great Dr. Dillerman.
But I started the channel and everyone on YouTube at the time had like a quirky way that they'd start their videos.
Yeah.
And I decided to start mine as, all right, hey, because in high school, we had a very important end of year, like year 12 speech. And I was so nervous. I was meant to start with, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to talk to you about this book and do my English essay via speech. And I was so nervous. I got up, my palm cards were out of order and I went, all right, hey, so today I'm going to talk to you about, and everyone was like, I cannot believe you started the most important speech of your schooling career with, all right, hey.
Cute.
So then in school, it became like a little like, all right, hey, like people would just like joke about it. So when I was thinking of, what am I going to start my videos with? I want something quirky because everyone's doing it. I was like, I'm going to take that and reclaim that.
Yeah.
And instead of, not that I was bullied for it, but it was like a joke. People were, making a joke about it. I was like, I'm going to take that and take it on board. And then flash forward to, getting followers and things like that. Then people would come up to me at the shops and say, are you all right? Hey. And I was like, oh, well, I guess I am. So it kind of became an accident. And then, of course, online branding is so important, as you can imagine. So I just rolled with it and became All Right Hey, and just kind of rolled with that. And there are people that still don't know that my name is Matt. And I'm totally happy with that. It's like a Beyonce Sasha Fierce moment.
I think it's good. RuPaul says that. His advice to all the young drag queens and young celebrities is change your name. Even if it's like Mitch, you add an extra H or two I's because then your government documents are all separate from your private public life. So then people can't search it and get a, government act and steal all your information.
Yeah.
So you're, but now we know that you're Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Happy to, well, the only reason that I did that, again, I was happy to be all right, hey, forever. But then in the pandemic, when I got COVID, trigger warning, everyone. I know it's a touchy subject. Shout out to anyone listening from Melbourne. But news articles started coming out. I was the first time that because I was like the first influencer to get COVID.
Wait, I remember that. What was the headline?
Oh, influencer Matt Hay.
Influenza.
To spend Christmas alone, crying on his bathroom floor from positive COVID test, because I got it a few days before Christmas. And so I wasn't able to spend Christmas with anyone that year. And it really was Christmas.
Comedian breaks down after testing positive for COVID-19, 9 News.
So I had never had...
We have to put the photo up on the YouTube. You sobbing.
Well, because I got COVID before everyone had it. It was still at the time when everyone was like, I don't know anyone who's had it.
Yeah.
And then I got it from an influencer event, by the way.
You were on the Ruby Princess, weren't you?
No, well, close enough. It was literally a boat party, but we tracked it down to the influencer who I got it from and all. I won't mention any names, but I might tell you after the show.
Yeah, please.
I got it, and everyone else who got it from that party, because there were a few people, everyone else who got it were like, we are staying silent. And I was like, I tell my audience everything.
Yeah,
it's again back to the transparency.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to be honest about it. And no one else had done it. So, of course, all eyes were on me because I was the first person in Australia to really document what COVID was like. And because I got that very first strain, which I've had COVID now however many times, that first strain was... I honestly was on the bathroom floor. Like I couldn't breathe, but no one would come to my apartment. And then New South Wales Health were like coming and like doing the whole, because at that time, if you got COVID, you'd have like a dedicated nurse.
Yes.
And then 2 weeks later, everyone in the world had it.
And they gave up.
They gave up on all of that. So I was documenting that whole process and oh my gosh, my views were through the roof. If I had known that COVID would have given me that many views, I would have got it years ago,
You should just get polio or something now. Like, get someone to cough in your mouth.
Oh, don't people on the internet love sickness?
They love sickness.
I've never had so much engagement than when I had gallstones and was in hospital. Oh my God. Everyone wanted to know what was going on.
I know, but I remember that. I remember when you were in hospital with gallstones.
Yeah.
I remember the stories,
Yeah.
I think that's the magic of you. Like, there's no bullshit with the content that you post, which I love. Sorry, I just have to say, who was double vaccinated, broken down, testing positive for COVID-19. I've Googled mine. I got this. I got what, who's Woody from Toy Story?
Oh my God, Tom
actor.
Hanks.
Tom Hanks. Remember when Tom Hanks got COVID and it was Tom Hanks and Rita Hanks got COVID and they're in Australia?
Rita Wilson, sorry.
Rita Wilson.
Not Rita Hanks. Rita Wilson produced Mamma Mia. Get her name straight.
Well, she needs better PR then, doesn't she? Because I don't know that she produced Mamma Mia.
She did.
I know Rita Ora. I don't know Rita Hanks. Kiss FM radio host Mitch Churi reveals he tested positive for COVID. What a headline. Do you remember when that was when like a news headline was written about one person testing positive for COVID? Wow.
How crazy.
What a time.
And so that's how I had to change my name, because all of the articles, because one person writes an article and then they all write an article off that article. So, before this, in articles, I was only ever referred to as All Right Hey. And then this time they referred to me as Matt Hay. So people were trying to find my profile and they couldn't find me because I wasn't referred to. Matt was nowhere on my profile. So that's where I had to change it and kind of be known as both. And I mean, there were podcasts talking about me as well, like influencer podcasts, and they referred to me as Matt Hay. And I was like, okay, I'm going to have to roll with this because people are obviously, and you want to ride the high, I guess.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
like,
take it.
I've got to change the branding, which is always a bit of a risk, isn't it?
Yeah,
so,
struggle street.
But it all worked out in the end.
I was the world's first handsome radio presenter, and then famously wasn't a radio presenter anymore. And it took me a month.
Yeah.
Now I've just written handsome.
Yeah.
My bio just says handsome in my bio. Yeah. Because then whenever I would like do press or anything, it would be Mitch Churi, the world's first handsome radio presenter. Like they really ran with that strapline.
Who gave you that title?
Myself.
Oh.
I thought it was funny.
And you know what? That's okay.
That's fine. No, it's funny.
That.
It's funny because it's like, it's ironic. It's a little silly.
Yeah, well, I gave myself Australia's biggest glamazon.
I love that. And then you toured with that, didn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, again, I just wanted something a little different to everyone else.
It was catchy, yeah. Do you get hate comments saying, I get a lot of hate comments because obviously, had a public slim down and a lot of, I don't get them as much anymore, but like, how do you feel now that you were so proudly the face of big boys and then now you've slimmed down and you've stopped talking about your weight? I get that a lot. And I know you've been through a similar journey.
Yeah, it's really hard and it's something that I don't talk about, at least on my platform. Happy to speak about it here. And, on I've done one podcast episode on my own podcast about it. But it's something that I don't like talking about. One, because it opens a can of worms for everyone.
Yeah.
But two, because the thing that people want to know is like, what was it that made it happen?
Yes.
And for me, it was what I consider a near-death experience. So I went to South Africa with Channel 10 to promote I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. And to do that job, they dropped me in the jungle and they treated me like a real celeb. I was starved. I was deprived of everything. I was sleeping in the jungle. I could hear the animals around me. And it's real. It's not filmed in the Blue Mountains. Yeah. I flew to South Africa and it was a beautiful trip. Channel 10 really did amazing things for me, took me on safaris and all the rest of it. Like just a life-changing trip, but in more ways than one, because when it got to doing the actual gig and filming the content, the problem was that I was in there, wasn't eating, had to do the trial. So I was putting my hand in the boxes, like touching snakes, there's bunnies in there. I'm touching bunnies or whatever, but I don't know they're bunnies. So I'm like, what animal is that?
You freak out, yeah.
I'm freaking out. And also I'm a bit disoriented because they blindfold you between the trial and the jungle where you sleep. And then the trial might be 200 meters away. So they blindfold you and you walk through the jungle.
So your mind would be racing.
Yes.
Because you don't know where you are. You can hear sounds you're not used to hearing.
Yes.
The furry bunnies.
Yes.
Yeah, it's psychological.
Everything's blackout. You don't know what's going on. And after the adrenaline of doing the challenge of putting my hand in the boxes and things like that, we were walking back and I was just starting to get dizzy and I fainted, which was the first time I'd fainted in my life. And
Scary.
Then that caused me to have a panic attack, which again, I was someone who was like, oh my gosh, I'm having a panic attack.
Yeah.
When you actually have a panic attack, like it is the scariest. Like I thought I was dying and I don't say that lightly. I was like, I'm going to die in South Africa in the fucking jungle.
With Julia Morris by my side.
And the thing is, they were filming me. And it wasn't even for the show. Like the real show's next week. So I'm like, this footage isn't even going to make it anywhere if I do die.
If you do die, yeah.
So, there was a lot going on.
But what was it? It was triggered by the adrenaline rush?
Triggered by the adrenaline, the fact that I hadn't eaten anything. But also, my body had been through so much in the 48 hours that I was in there because, they have like the diary room situation that they call the tok-toki where the celebs go in and kind of like debrief with the camera. And that's up 5 stairs. And the stairs are bigger than regular stairs because obviously they're built into the rocks in the jungle. So they're quite a big step up. But I would get to the top of the 5 stairs, sit down to do my piece to camera, and I'd be out of breath and I wouldn't be able to, and then I'd be dizzy from walking up the stairs and all the rest of it. And anyway, what happened was when I left, I was like, my body won't let me do my job. And they were paying me a lot of money to go. They flew me business class. They gave me this amazing safari experience, which was absolutely life-changing. And I went, this is really embarrassing that I can't keep up. For me, it was never about my body. I have loved myself at every size. Well, not true. Only in the last 5 years or so. In my whole life, I had spent so much of my brain real estate. We only have so much space in our brain. And there was this huge chunk of my brain that was taken up by the way that I looked and wanting to be smaller.
Yeah,
And
same.
I tried every diet under the sun. And I did keto and it worked. I lost like 35 kilos and I quite enjoyed doing keto. But the problem was I got to my goal weight and I looked in the mirror and I went, I still fucking hate myself.
Yes. Yep.
And I went, what am I doing this for? Why am I killing myself in
Yeah.
the gym 6 times a week, 3 dance classes, 4 CrossFit classes, 2 cardio sessions, weight sessions a week, eating bacon and eggs 4 times
Yes,
a day,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah, keto's fucked.
Keto's fucked, but
Yeah.
like it was like I had a good time because it was the first diet where I was like, wait, this doesn't feel like I'm restricting myself.
and I can eat butter with everything.
Right. Like, so I got to that point and I just had this wake up call. This is back in like 2019 where I was like, I've actually put in all the work, I've done it and I'm still not happy. And I went, fuck it. Why am I wasting all this space? And that's what really turned around my journey on self-love. And then I was like, I love myself. And people aren't on the same page. And that's going back to why I don't like to talk about it online, is because when I have tried to open the can of worms, I've realized that the rest of the world isn't on the same wavelength as me. I don't think about my body. It's not something that is at the forefront of my mind. When I put an outfit on, I don't look at the way that it looks on my body or how it feels, but everyone else does.
Yeah.
Everyone else looks at my body and judges body before everything else, whereas it is the last thing that I think about.
Now, though, it wasn't always.
Now. So I'm waiting for everybody else to catch up. And unfortunately, when I do have tried to, talk about it, I just realize people just aren't there yet and they don't get it. And they don't believe that I did it, because my whole thing is I went on a journey which I called my year of health, which I got inspiration from Rebel Wilson from. Year of health. And for me, it was never about wanting to look smaller. It was about feeling healthier on the inside.
Yeah.
You have to remember at that time when I went to South Africa, it was like I just started earning a bit of good money on social media. So I was living like a king. I was ordering Uber Eats 3 times a day. I didn't get off the lounge. I didn't go for walk. I didn't do anything. I was drinking like 2 liters of vanilla Coke every day.
Yeah.
Like I just had all these really unhealthy habits. And because of that, as I say, near-death experience, where I thought I was going to die, that's why I say that. I know it's not that dramatic, but that's how it felt at the time. I did so many drastic things and I panicked. And I was like, and also I love my boyfriend and I want to live a long life. And I was like, I'm going to die if I don't,
Change my ways.
change my ways.
You speak on it so well. I struggle to talk about it too, because I don't think I can articulate it like you can articulate it. I've been through shockingly similar things to you. But the comments that I got when I went through the same thing, people love to shoot you down and say, well, you took the jab. Tell us you took the jab.
Right.
They love it. And I've been on it. I did.
Yeah.
I didn't to start. I tried it. It really fucked my body. I've been on. I've been off. I've tried. But that's my journey. And who gives a shit if I do? You don't know that I've got an endocrine illness and that my blood sugar is absolutely fucked. But like, why should we have to then go on socials and justify exactly why we're doing something?
Yeah.
And then when you get to the point that you think they want, then they're still upset with you
Yeah.
for no longer being this big body positive Lizzo. It's hard. The Mitch Churi Chat Show is proudly powered by Appliances Online. We love the guys at Appliances Online. It's like we connect with them. Like this show, we want to provide a service to Australians. We want to entertain, and they just want to provide a legendary service. It's really at the heart of what they do. They will keep your home going when you need it the most. They do free recycling of old products, which we love, because nothing worse than having the old fridge when you get a new one. What do I do with it?
Yeah, because nobody wants a fridge just sitting in their lounge room.
No, white goods are famously very heavy.
Yes.
You need a forklift, and then if you don't have a lift, you've got to do a flight of stairs.
Oh, you've got to get one of those trolleys that go up and down stairs.
That's bad. Yeah, no, Appliances Online will sort that out. They'll also do a price match guarantee. They offer thousands of products from 150 leading brands. I mean, that's all the brands I think I need.
Can you even name 150 brands?
No, and I'm not going to, and I don't want. I'll name Appliances Online. That's all I'm going to name. These guys are fantastic. They've served almost 3 million customers in Australia. Products from 150 leading brands, like I said. 95% of households nationwide get free delivery. That's not just service. That's legendary service. That's Appliances Online.
Can I say, you're about to get a Mitch Churi Chat Show exclusive here, because I've never spoken about this before when it comes to the whole Ozempic of it all.
Yeah.
I have really struggled with losing weight in a time where Ozempic is what everyone seems to be on. Because as we've already spoken about in this episode, like my integrity and my honesty and sharing everything with my audience is so important to me. And of course there are things that I do keep to myself, but I've really struggled because people straight out the gate were like, Ozempic.
Yeah.
And I came out and I said, no, never done Ozempic. Don't care if you do. Never done Monjaro. Because then people were like, well, if it's not Ozempic, it's Monjaro.
Yeah, no, because people, like the Real Housewives did love to say, I'm not on Ozempic,
Yes.
but then they were on
Yes.
Wegovy.
Yeah, no Wegovy. No, I couldn't even tell you what GLP is. GLP-1.
GLP-1, yeah.
So I came out and I said, never been on one. And if you are, that's fine. But no. And people didn't believe it. And I really struggled with that. Because I was like, come on, everyone. Like, have I not proven my worth enough? That, like, how do you not believe? Because it's all good to just, like, not address it. But, like, to come out and then be called a liar, that didn't sit well with me. And still to this day, I get... in fact, I posted the Pilates reformer video the other day, which is, like, I look like the biggest I've looked on social media. I'm in, like, the most unflattering angles. And people still commented asking if I was on Ozempic and whatnot. And... I'm really struggling at the moment, Mitch, because at this point, I'm struggling so much with the fact that people are calling me a liar that I almost want to, like, I've actually had thoughts to go to the doctor and be like, can I have Ozempic so that I can do it so that I'm not called a liar?
Wow.
Like, how crazy is that?
You should.
And I've never spoken about that or said that, but I'm struggling so much with the whole, you're a liar, that I'm like, well, maybe I just do it so that people don't...
I can give them what they want and shut them up.
Do you know what I mean? Like, how insane is that? And I know I'm insane for thinking that, but I've really been struggling with it. And that's why I went on the whole journey of we just shouldn't comment on people's bodies. We just shouldn't comment because you never know. You never know if someone is sick, or you never know what's happening. I mean, someone who I know very, very well lost a lot of weight and everyone just thought, like, everyone around her was just like, oh, it's because she's going through uni and she's got no money, so she's probably just living off 2-minute noodles. No, she had diabetes and almost died.
Wow.
You know, but everyone goes, oh my God, you look so good. You look so well. She's like, oh, I'm dying. Like, like, she's all good now, but you know, it wasn't good at the time. And I'm also really struggling with now we're all talking about, you know, the cast of Wicked and what's going on there. And that's really triggering for me as well, having it like, it seems everywhere I turn, all we're talking about is that. And it's just something that I wish we'd get over as a
I
society.
agree. Thank you for sharing that. Have we had one laugh yet, Grace? You haven't got the laugh counter?
Yeah, you were talking about the dick sizes earlier.
Oh, good. Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, and we can always reverse edit and do this fat stuff at the end, and then really bump the dick. If we have more laughs at the end, we'll just do some editing.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. I've been through the same shit. I don't know what it is, but we are full circle back to body shaming.
Yeah.
It's like we're all good with it all of a sudden again.
Yeah.
I don't know. Where is the society? Is it because we're all vicious because COVID fucked us up and we all feel like we lost time and now we're like, well, fuck, we can be vicious on the internet again. I don't know what it is, but we're back. And I think a great rule of thumb, like you said, Matt, is just don't comment on other people's bodies. Don't. Just because we're posting online doesn't mean it's an open invitation for a comment on what we look like.
No.
It's hard.
Or anything. You know, I just hate the people that say things like, well, you put yourself out there, so you should expect criticism. Who says?
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
Correct. Well, you put yourself on the bus and I'll come and fat shame you then. Right? Like, grow up. All right, we have to do your culture card. We haven't even done the culture card.
Yes.
So what you need to do, every guest on this show, I thought, this is a chat show, so we want our guests to chat about anything they want, and to save the faff and the boring first question, which is always like, why are you in Australia? What are you doing? Do you love Australia? This is your way of bringing something that you are ready to talk about. Okay. It's meant to start the show. And we're 6 hours in.
We're a little... Ooh.
Oh, sorry. Oh, God, Matt's knocked the microphone.
Broken.
Sorry. No, you're fine. So this is All Right Hey, a.k.a. Matt's culture card.
Thank you.
On the Mitch Churi chat.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
What I want to speak on today. Stop becoming an influencer.
Yeah. Yeah, speak to it. I agree with you.
There is enough of us in the world and there's not enough money to go around. Honey, I'm struggling. Stop taking my gigs.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I just think we need to revert back to when being an influencer was scary and not desirable. I mean, I was in the trenches, as I said, like, and I feel like nowadays you could post a video, go viral overnight and have a career out of it.
Yes.
I could have been doing something else with my life for the last 10 years and popped up today.
I agree with you. I agree. I think ever since we invented Cringe Mountain, too many people trying to climb. You know when we had that metaphor, Cringe Mountain, get over it, and too many people, everyone's climbing Cringe Mountain.
Yeah.
I'm like, go back down, back to base camp.
Yeah.
This is for us.
And you know what? I think... This is bitchy, but I just think some of you aren't cut out for it.
It is bitchy, but it's true.
Some of you are damaging the industry. Some of you are diluting the water, let's say.
Yes.
You know?
Yep.
And I look around the room at something like the TikTok Awards and I go, I don't know about this.
This is mine.
I
Not
you
yours.
know?
Yeah, I'm with you on that a little. I am. I am. So you're struggling, doll, are you, with cash a little?
I just feel like, well, yes and no. Do I throw this now? I feel like I need to throw it.
You can throw it if you want. We put it on the back of the wall. Don't worry.
Okay,
So
yeah.
that's a relic. We'll sell that.
Is that going to annoy everyone if I sit that there?
Nah, it'll be on the YouTube, but that's
Gorgeous.
fine. You know, I agree with you, but you can't blame people when they're working 9 to 5, getting paid shitty wages, cost of living through the roof, and then they see influencers making a real, genuine life out of it. And you look at a Sofa Dofa who's, 22, runs a business, has a full-time assistant, and she's traveling the world business class, all free. Like, from the outside in, it looks like a glamorous lifestyle.
Yeah.
But it's tough work.
People like Soph have put in so much hard work. And I think that there's a disconnect between starting and ending up where someone like Sofa Dofa is.
Yes.
And people think, oh, how hard can it be to get there? And you know what? Everyone says that being an influencer isn't hard. You know, being an influencer isn't hard. Then do it then. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Build a business. Build
an empire.
The career out of it.
Yep.
And show me how you go.
I'm with you. What if I were to ask you?
If it's so easy, everyone would be doing it.
Yes. You know what? To give you your flowers for a second, I just threw a pencil. They're not even sharpened. It's just a prop. To give you your flowers, you have such a stellar reputation in this industry for being so prompt, being so professional, turning up, getting your shit done, sending in the edits ahead of time. You give me a lot of advice actually with socials. When that Wicked video went viral of me pretending I saw Ethan Slater at the Wicked premiere, Matt's like, this is a series. You now do this at every red carpet. You see someone and you pretend that you've recognized them as someone else. It's a series. And it was such a genius idea. I was so mad that I didn't fucking think of it myself. But that's how your brain works. I love that you give me that advice. That's very sweet. Because you could just take it for yourself. But everyone you talk to is like, oh, Matt is like the example to set in the industry. So you should be very proud.
Wow.
Because a lot of people don't. A lot of people send in their drafts late or don't listen to the brief or that they have back and forth with the brand. And that's how you don't have staying power in this industry.
Exactly. And I think a lot of people take it for granted and I don't. I've always been a workhorse. I've worked up to 4 jobs at a time in my life. I've also been unemployed for like 9 months of my life where I had no money. I didn't have it as hard as other people. I was still living at home and wasn't paying board or anything like that. So it wasn't the end of the world. But I was always a worker. Yeah. And also, again, you can start, posting on TikTok today and you might get a brand deal in about 4 weeks. Like, people forget I posted for 6 years consistently on social media without really making a cent. Couple dollars here or there, whatever, before it really started to take off. And that's what I mean when I joke about like doing the hard yards, because I do feel like it's so easy these days to get it off the ground and get going. I mean, you could just taste test a new thing from KFC and boom, you've got 1 million views and away you go. Whereas, I've got the umbrella lights from eBay and the DSLR camera that wouldn't focus on a tripod. And I've got to wait till everyone in the house is quiet to film my YouTube video, which I then spend 8 hours editing and all the rest of it. So, but it's so important to me to always be professional. And I think that's a testament as to why I'm still
going. Yeah.
So many people, and think of some of those big influencers, especially in the pandemic, who shot to fame with millions, and they overtook me. And I remember being a bit salty and going, they're doing what I did. Yeah. That character is just Sandra, babe.
Yes.
I used to have a character on YouTube called Sandra, which was just a ripoff of Prue and Trude anyway.
Yes.
And then along comes so-and-so with their version of and
with a cheap wig.
Doing the same videos that I've been doing. And for years, they take off. And I was a bit salty about it. Well, honey, where are they now?
I know.
Because they were horrible to work with. People actually, when they got to know their personality, they were like, oh, you're not actually a very nice person. We like your characters, but you're a bit of a nightmare.
Yeah.
And then, brands were like, they're a bit of a nightmare to work with
Yeah.
and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
I think as well, like, again, it goes back to my audience. Just, I love that they're so receptive to anything that I do. People just love anything that I do. And my sponsored stuff, especially, I really try and curate to be audience first.
Yeah.
That's a problem that creators face. They focus on the brand. KFC comes to them and says, hey, we want to work together. They go, what does KFC want? I go, what will my audience enjoy?
That's so smart.
And that's why
you
they
retrofit it.
And that's why they fail and they shoot up and they go back down because they focus too much on making all the money.
Yeah.
I'm here to build a community because also I don't want to do TikToks forever.
Yeah.
I want to do comedy.
Yeah.
I want to do more than that. I've got a lot more plans in my brain than just what we're doing at the moment.
So would you say influencing is harder than a 9-to-5 job? All right, hey?
It's no matter how I answer,
I know I'm setting you up for failure.
but I think
That's a big question. That's the
think-
question. That's a viral question.
at least the 9-to-5 jobs that I have done. And don't cut this up for socials and do me dirty.
Grace, that's a note for you. I would never. I don't know how to edit. Don't be silly.
But at least with the 9-to-5 jobs that I have done, and I can't speak for everyone, influencing is harder than what I have
Than
done.
what you were doing, yeah.
Because of everything. But the thing is as well, I will say, I think that it's hard because I think if I say it's not hard work, it means that I don't work hard.
Yeah.
And I work fucking hard.
Yeah.
I feel, to give myself credit, I'm one of the hardest working people in this industry.
I back it up.
And I really hate that whole conversation of like, is
Yeah.
influencing hard? Because guess what? People always bring up nurses and teachers as
Yeah,
well when
they
this
love it.
conversation comes up. And they go, well, what about nurses and teachers? Okay, there are nurses that work hard, but there'd be nurses that don't fucking work hard. There'd be teachers that work hard. There'd be teachers that don't give a shit.
Yeah.
There'd be teachers who aren't working hard. And it's the same in this industry. You've got people like me and a select group of other
Yes,
people
yes.
who are hustling
Yeah.
and doing everything. Because to me, being an influencer is not just me filming a TikTok and posting it, easy. But me doing all of, try and write a 1-hour stand-up comedy show and perform it around the country. Try and sell out
it out.
15
Yeah,
shows around the country and perform it for an hour by yourself, you and a microphone, by yourself on stage. Like, that's hard. But to me, or to the rest of the world, that falls under my category. So when I say like what I do, like I work hard and I find some of the things that I do hard, it's that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But that all falls under the same category of what I'm doing. If you're asking me if posting a TikTok is hard, not at all.
Yeah.
If you're asking me, is staying in the industry for 12 years like I have and having a reputation that has someone like you say that I am like a notable person and I'm known for my professionalism, etc., that's hard.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Oh, I'm with you. I also don't think people understand. I mean, I asked you a question as a friend, and I know you'd answer it well and in a funny way for this show. I'm not genuinely asking you like to trip you up, because it's a tricky question. But I don't think people get what goes into creating like content. Like genuinely, I'd love you to share how it works. A brand will come to you with a brief, and then you pitch ideas, and you go back and forth, and you create, and you have deadlines. It's like it's not making a movie, but it's like a mini production company. Like you're producing a piece of content that guess what? It's not 10 years ago. Content that is posted to socials is now held at such a high standard that you have to put the work in to make it good. And
you know what? Thankfully, we do get paid well for all of that sort of stuff. And I think that isn't hard to me because I love it.
Yeah.
I love it so much that sort of stuff isn't hard. Is it frustrating at times? Sure. Because, some brands are fucking annoying to deal with, but so am I maybe sometimes. I'm annoying to deal with as well. But yeah, I know what you're trying to say. Like it's more than just filming a video and posting it. Like there's a lot of negotiating and behind the scenes and all the rest of it. And I think the biggest difference when you want to talk about is it harder than a 9-to-5 or whatever? The biggest difference between a 9-to-5 is that when I did work my 9-to-5, even though at the time the shifts were like a bit all over the shop, I was able to leave work and switch off.
Yes.
I don't think I've switched off in 12 years.
I'm
Tom.
with you. That's when I noticed leaving full-time radio. Like I did full-time for 10 years. And that was, Grace was my EP, but I also produced my own show and did it alone without a Grace for years. For the majority, for like 6 of the 10 years, I didn't have a producer. And then got to a point where I finally had a team, which was amazing, but was still producing. So I was working a full-time job. Now coming out and doing freelance and doing this show and doing a bunch of other things is I've got to hold myself to check.
Yeah.
I've got to keep myself accountable. I've got to set my own hours.
Yes.
I have to remind myself to take holidays.
Yeah.
You know, and also there's days where there isn't much on. I've got to fight those demons on those days where I go, I'm not filling the days enough. I'm not working. I feel lazy. Sometimes, and I had this conversation with Mitchell Coombs, he's like, because we'd argue when we did Is It Just Me? And I love him and there's no beef with that podcast, but we'd argue all the time on the show because I'm like, I've got a full-time fucking job. I've got a boss and a boss and a boss and a boss. Yeah. And I'm like, you don't. And he's like, how fucking dare you? Like, you know, and we'd have that battle forever. It's just interesting. Like, you know, we don't want to go on and on and on.
And I give that grace to people who haven't done it.
Yeah.
Because I also can understand that people are like, how hard can it be? And I understand that people don't see it as like a real job, but I wish I could let people in more to that aspect, but I only feel like talking about is just going to make the situation worse, and people just won't.
I agree.
Won't get it.
I agree. So on that note, let's talk about Kylie Minogue.
Oh my gosh, love!
Can't believe after all these years of you being a Kylie fan, and I know you're a Kylie fan, you met Kylie Minogue recently this year.
Yes. Literally in October. I was this story is crazy. So basically I got invited by Chemist Warehouse to the launch of her new fragrances, the Kylie Minogue parfums. She's got 2 new Lovers fragrances. Yeah, well, they're both nice, but the black bottle is the one that suits me. It's a little bit more darker, a bit more sexy, whereas the one in the champagne kind of bottle, that was very floral and light, and I don't want that. Yeah. So I got invited, and on the invite it said, join us for a night with Kylie Minogue. Now, it's very funny because when brands will send out an invite, usually they're very vague.
Yes.
If there's going to be a surprise appearance, it's usually, you know, stay tuned for some fun surprises in the night. You won't want to miss this.
Oh, no, not to segue, but for the wicked gay bingo night they had where Jonathan Bailey appeared, this was a few weeks ago, the invite that I got was like, slay mama, to come to the gay bingo night and there'll be a wicked surprise. Yeah. Plenty of Baileys on the rocks, Jonathan. Like it was I'm like, okay.
Just try and make it like as vague as possible. Because I guess as well, just in case Jonathan Bailey doesn't show
Pulls
up.
out. Yeah.
You know, they want to cover themselves. But they said Kylie was going to be there. Now, this is absolutely unhinged of me, but I've never read an email so fast in my life. And at the bottom, the girl who sent the invite, her number's on it. Well... all right, Hay's on the phone. Yeah. And it rings and she goes, hello. And I go, hello, darling. This is all right, Hay. You've just sent me an invite to the Kylie Minogue event. And she goes, yeah? I was like, yes, I'm just going to need some clarification on that. Because I was actually booked in to do a different gig that night, which was, you know, had a bit of logistics around it to make that happen. So we were locking it in that day. And I was like, look, I've got another event that night, but I need to know. The invite makes it sound like Kylie Minogue is actually going to be in the room. I need to know if that's the case.
Don't play with me.
I need to cancel a different gig.
Yeah.
And talking about my professionalism, I work where first in, best dressed. If you come to me and I'm interested, yes, no matter what comes up after that, doesn't matter, you've missed out. Someone else got in before you, and I stick to my word, and I've made a promise and I will stick to it. Yeah, that got thrown out the window for Kylie Minogue. So this poor girl on the phone goes, I'm actually just like busy at the moment. Can I can I give you a call back in like 5 minutes? Because I actually just like send out the invites. I don't really know like what's going on. And I was like, no worries, darling. If you could get back to me as soon as possible.
Yeah, she'd lose her job if she said Kylie's attending.
And to her credit, she got back to me in about 20 minutes and said, hello, happy to confirm Kylie Minogue herself will be in the room that night. Because also sometimes they say an appearance from Kylie Minogue and then she comes in via Zoom, or worse, it's like a pre-recorded video
message. Yep.
Which, you know, so she's in the room. I go into full blown panic mode. I'm
what were you
like,
wearing?
oh my gosh. I wore a little suit jacket with the chest out.
Gorge.
And just because it was a cocktail and I wanted to be quite reserved. I didn't want to think too much about what I was wearing or anything like that. And obviously I was super nervous. And anyway, we get there. The vibes are that no one really knows what's going on, or no one will tell anyone what's going on. Which
She
I
hasn't
just
arrived,
hate.
but she hasn't entered the room yet.
No, she hasn't entered the room.
Okay, and everyone's going, is she coming? Is she coming?
Yes, and I kind of hate it. Just be straight with us. Just
Yeah,
tell
yeah,
us
yeah.
exactly what's happening. You know, I just went to London for the Wicked premiere. It was the same thing. Everything's so, you'll see soon. Don't bullshit me. Just tell me what's going on.
Yeah.
My time's as valuable as yours as well.
Yes.
You know, I understand we got some big celebs in the room. My time's just as valuable
Yes.
as anyone else's.
Yeah.
So can you just tell me what's going on? Because
Is it Danny or is it Kylie?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I just hate sitting here going, what are we doing? You know, time is money. Anyway, so no one knew what was going on. I'm just getting a little bit more anxious. And then also, I will say, big fuck you to all the creators who were invited, because not one of them reached out and said, hey, just checking you're invited to this.
Get out.
Not one person decided
you're the
to
premiere fan.
say, like, if that was me and I knew that you had like a celebrity that you would die for, the first thing I would do is send you a text and say, Mitch, do you know about this? Are you invited? I will get you an invite. You can have my invite because I know how much you
Bless
love
you,
them.
yeah.
Not one person. Granted, one person did reach out who wasn't attending, but I showed up and I saw all these bitches.
Yeah.
And I was like, not one of you thought to check in and make sure. Because imagine if that event happened and they hadn't invited me and I had seen other creators there. And I was like, ugh, like, I would have been so upset. Thankfully, I was invited. It was fine. So
meeting her, how did that happen?
yeah, she comes down, does a little speech, and then I thought she was just going to run away and go back upstairs and leave. Because she's so inaccessible. Kylie Minogue is so inaccessible. She doesn't really do meet and greets. It's very hard to catch her. And so I thought, so I was ready. Had my phone. I was like, I know this is just going to be a selfie and go situation.
But did you think, because you did that viral series when she was here for the tour. What was that tour? It was the... what was the name of the tour? We went Grace.
Tension Tour.
Tension Tour.
Yeah.
And you did the matching outfits for every show.
Yes.
And you flew to each show and you had an outfit and they were gorgeous. And Kylie reposted and sent you a note. So in your head, did you think, will she know me?
No.
Okay.
Because I've met people and then I meet them again.
I know. But
And
there'd have to be a part of you
forget.
that's like, did people
not at
say
all.
that's that boy?
No,
Yeah,
no.
okay,
I went, she's probably forgotten who I am. And I don't know whether she remembered me or not, because anyway, she just made her way around the room and actually hung out with everyone and had really genuine conversations with everyone. And I was last. And I don't know if that was planned, because her team was there and I recognized some of her team who knew me from the shows and things. And so I was like, she's probably been briefed that I'm in the room just be careful of him. But you know, I'm very respectful and I wouldn't freak out or anything like that. And I'm very grateful for her time, etc. and for the moment. So I was just like calm and composed. And anyway, she started to head out and I just parked myself by the door and I was like, and she came over to me and she was like, oh, hello. And I was like, hi. And I don't know whether she remembered me or not. And I don't care about that. But I said, I came to every Tension Tour show because she just wrapped up the tour worldwide. And I said, congratulations on ending. I came and she said, yes, you were amazing. I don't know whether she remembered me or not, but that doesn't matter to me. She clocked it when I brought it up. And then anyway, we went to take a selfie and I brought my own lighting because I wanted this photo to be amazing because I was going to get a photo.
And you knew it would do well. Like this is your audience's dream.
Yeah. And so I held my phone, I had the light on it and she goes, get that light out of here. And she goes to grab it and it goes on the ground and it smashes everywhere. No. So then Kylie Minogue's on her hands and knees on the ground picking up my light. And I'm like, Kylie, get up, Kylie. Kylie, get up. I'm like, why is Kylie Minogue at my feet trying to pick up my ring light from
big
my
softie,
phone?
yeah.
And she's like, it's fine, my team's got lighting. Well, they bring out these
tubes.
Big lightsabers. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm like, take a quick photo. Anyway, and everyone in the room as well is like all eyes on us because everyone knows
it's happening.
that I just like love.
So
and,
good.
you know, she gave me a really nice little interaction and I said, there's nothing worse than like continuing the conversation. So I said, even when I met the Wicked cast, like I was like, all right, dolls, thank you. I'll let you go. You know, I don't want to pester
on you. Yeah.
Grateful for any time. So had my moment and then said, thank you so much. Appreciate that so much. Have a fabulous night. And I got out of there. But she did ask me, she made me fumble over my words because when you meet someone like this, you don't expect them to ask you questions.
No, I know. It throws you off.
So Kylie asked me, because I said I came to all the shows, and she said, so what are you doing now? My brain wasn't ready for Kylie to interview me.
Yeah.
I've gone into panic mode, and I didn't know what to say, and I just said, well, doll, I'm here with you.
What now?
It's like this crazy answer. But I was just focused on getting in there, not being too fangirly, having the moment and getting out of there. So, but it was really funny. And oh my God, she's just gorgeous.
She's beautiful. Yeah. I thought, did we interview Kylie ever? We did Danny.
No, we haven't.
I haven't done Kylie.
I would die to interview Kylie.
So would I. We had a pitch in for Kylie. We have a few like of those guests that are the dream. Like Kylie would be a dream guest.
Yeah.
And I think she'd be one like Tyra that I because I was going into Tyra thinking, I don't know, but she surprised us. I think Kylie would surprise us with how good she would be.
Tyra had some of the best little moments on this show. I was really surprised as well, not to discredit her, but that was a good get.
Yeah.
And it paid off. It was
did,
amazing.
Yeah, it's kind of, I think every guest that we've had now after is like, well, they had Tyra, you know, so it's like really worked. So then Ariana, did you speak to Madame Morrible's Wicked Witch? Wicked Witch.
No, Michelle.
Madame Morrible.
Flip it around. Wicked Witch. I'm waiting to see if that goes like that or whether it sticks around. I hope it sticks around. It is so funny. Wicked Witch. It's the new, there could be 100 people in the room.
Yeah.
And no, I didn't get to speak to Michelle Yao, but she is, just seeing her in real life, her beauty.
Magical.
She may be one of the most magnetic people I've ever seen. I was just so drawn to staring at her and going, oh my gosh, you are the Lisa Vanderpump of the of
the Wicked
Hollywood,
press
baby.
tour.
Yeah, the Wicked press tour. But
Who did you meet, Ari, or did you meet Cynthia?
Ariana, Cynthia, Bronwyn, and Marissa.
But I didn't see your content. What did you do? What did you post? I didn't miss
Oh, you haven't heard the story?
No. Tell us. What are we at, Grace? Where are we going?
Oh, we are at almost 50 minutes.
Oh, well, now keep
We got
going.
time.
This is great.
So basically, I gave my phone to someone to record, and they forgot to hit record. So
Stop.
I actually don't have any content apart from what you saw on socials. That tiny little clip with which thank God someone else got and was able to airdrop to me.
That's my
but
worst
the lady
nightmare.
who I gave my phone to didn't actually record that into. And you know what? Apart from it just being annoying, what people didn't see was, first of all, I flew 2 days to get there. Not only did I fly 2 days, I flew with Qatar, which was fabulous. But I felt very, not unsafe, but just unwelcomed in Doha Airport. Like,
story.
there's a gay man.
Yeah, seriously. Walking past those inside smoking rooms, it's terrifying.
So then to get there, then the chicken I ate on the flight gave me food poisoning. So for the first 2 days, I was just shitting and vomiting.
There's no gallbladder too,
I was sitting there like, I've flown 30 hours to shit the bed in London. Like, I could have stayed home and done this for free.
Yeah.
So then, then I recovered for 2 days and then I finally met them. And, I'd gone through all of that to have this moment, which I was to post about that moment and to walk out of the room and there's no going back in.
Nah.
You've had your time. To walk out of the room and not have, oh my God, I was crushed. And
How was that conversation with the Universal Pictures people?
I didn't actually, I think we passed on the feedback via email just to let them know, because I think next time I need someone with me. It was a lot to go and try and do everything. The craziness of the carpet, I mean, we know how crazy red carpets and things can be, but then take it to the next level that you're doing Wicked London European premiere in Leicester Square. Like, it's huge. And it was chaos. They always are chaos everywhere. But I felt like I needed someone with me. So we definitely passed on the feedback that if this ever happens again, like, I think taking someone with me to make sure that I have someone to do content for me. Because also on the carpet, who am I asking?
Who did you ask?
No one. I couldn't get anything.
Who got the footage? Who didn't? Or don't name and shame the poor thing. But like, was it a staff member or was it another like content creator?
Staff member.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah. God, but they'd feel so bad too. I mean, it's no fault of their own.
I don't know if they did. I think when
I literally, if I did that on a red carpet, I would not sleep for weeks.
Yeah.
I think we have done that.
We have not. I've never done that to you.
I think if I miss
Don't
someone's
give me
footage,
that
if I
face.
miss someone's footage, I would do anything and everything to make it happen.
Up to
But
them,
it
yeah.
kind of was treated as a bit of a joke. And that's what pissed me off more is I was
Yeah.
like, I've come all the way here to do this one thing.
Was it a paid job?
No.
That's even.
But it's
more
a great
annoying.
opportunity. They flew me business class. They
Yeah,
put me up
yeah.
in London for a few days and I got to have this amazing opportunity that no one else got. So they also didn't tell me whether other Australian creators were
was just
going.
you.
It was just me. What a huge honor. Wicked is such a big part of my life and I love it so much. And I'm over the moon that I got the opportunity to go. And the thing is, again, going back to being honest with my audience, like it's a fine line to talk about what goes wrong in these experiences because you don't want to come across as ungrateful or anything like that. I'm so grateful to have gone, But I'm also happy to be honest and be like, it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. A lot of things went wrong. I got the food poisoning.
Yeah.
Couldn't get content on the carpet. I didn't know what was happening either. I kind of was just standing there. And it's so humbling because, you know, here in Australia, the photographers love me.
Yeah.
When I get on the carpet, I'm flipping the cape, I'm doing my thing. They're like, thank God, someone actually, you know, giving us something more than just an awkward smile.
A lean forward and a clap.
Yeah,
you know?
they love it. And I'm also very nice to them as well. Like I come on and I go, hello, everyone. How are you? Nice to see you again. No one else gives them the time of day. They treat the photographers like crap. I'm like, you got to treat them well. They're taking your photo.
Matt, no, there's one Getty image photographer.
Mitch hates him.
No,
he
hates
hates
me.
you.
He hates me.
Oh, really?
I must have. Here's the thing. I'm a people pleaser, and I, unfortunately, due to like 10 years in commercial radio, think I am worthless and think that no one gives a shit. I'm lucky to be there.
Yeah.
Still to this day, I can't get rid of it. And I go on that red carpet and I kind of like shrivel a little, and I go, "Do you want it? Like, do you mind? And I think it's like a shark pit. Like they smell blood and those photographers latch on, like, get out of the way. Like if you're not going to pose, fuck off, right? Yeah. So photographers behind you. So at the Freakier Friday premiere, we were there and we were in the press pit for the Mitch Churi chat show. The first time the Mitch Churi chat show had press pit, we're normally number 2 or 3 when we were in radio. Now, Mitch Churi chat show, we were probably 20 out of 25.
Yeah.
We're about 10 now. We're doing well.
We're doing okay.
We're working on
okay.
Tyra, like you said, it did well. Yeah, we're above pop sugar.
Well, this will get you to at least 4.
Yeah, no, of course.
Having me on the show.
Yeah, no, behind Yahoo Lifestyle, Lachlan Gutierrez, no doubt. And anyway, we're there, and I go, the Disney team, like, Mitch, we want you to walk the red carpet, so we have your photo. So I go and walk the red carpet, and I'm on there, and some guy goes, Mitch, in the middle. And I go, oh, yeah, here we go. And he goes, no, in the other side. And I'm like, is this the middle? And he's like, no, move to your left, mate. Are you thick? And I'm like, oh, okay, all right. Testy, sure. Jamie Lee Curtis is here. I get it. And I stand there and goes, you've lost your chance. And I go, no, I'm here. Let's take the photo. And then another guy's like, Mitch, I'll get these nice ones. Mitch, I'll get your photo. King. And then he goes, all right, Mitch. Oh, come on, one last chance. And I go, all right, he's playing with me. So I pose. He goes, actually, nah, don't want it anymore. And he's playing with me. So then I go, you're going to fuck up.
What have you done?
Well, that's right. So then I walk off, go to Grace, and I'm like, I think that's it. And I look over at him, and Jamie Lee Curtis is walking the carpet, and he's staring at me like he's a pit bull, like, from across the room, not even photographing Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, I can confirm this is not Mayo. That man was death staring Mitch, and I have no idea why.
Then we do the Mitch Churi chat show launch about 3 weeks later, which you were at. Grateful that you were there. Love that. And we get a message. We're booking a Getty image photographer, and they go, "Hey, we've booked this photographer," and they send me his LinkedIn, and it's him.
Oh, no.
They've booked him. So he lost that gig, didn't he? He lost that job.
Well, there you go.
Rightly so.
Well, you would have hated the London Wicked premiere because I stepped onto that carpet. There were like 80 cameras, and I reckon about 8 went up. And 10%'s a win. 10%'s a win.
No, all you need is one.
But it was a very humbling experience. I knew, obviously, no one over there knows. But,
Yeah.
of course, I've done the 8 cameras. Thanks, team.
Yes.
And I walk over, and then it's full of fans.
Yeah.
And in Australia, the fan zone,
It's
you know,
your zone.
even if you don't know me by name, you may have seen a video or two, so you'll probably ask me for a photo, etc.
Yeah.
Love it. Love the fans. Shout out to all the fans. Well, in London, yes, queen. That's all I got.
Nice. Okay, that's nice.
One yes, queen.
That's
One
sweet.
from a drag queen, and everyone else was like crickets. And I was like, which again, I did not expect anyone to know who I was, but it was so awkward because I was like, where do I go next? Like, no one was directing me.
And who are you behind? Like Max Belegday, or like where'd they put you?
I was one of the first. So that's why I had no idea, because then everyone followed what I was doing. And I was like, I'm just letting you all know I've got no idea what the fuck's going on either.
Yeah.
So, it was a very humbling experience. But I knew it would be, but I think it was almost like worse because I could, if I knew where to go and what to do, I would have strutted through. And then I also went up to, there was like, I feel like the Today Show, or there was some Australian
They would have been,
company that was
Sunrise
over there.
or-
And I recognized them and I thought, oh, well, I've got time. No one's told me what to do. I might go over and say hello. Like, Cam, someone from Australia, you know. And I went over and I was like, hi, Charles. Oh, I've come from Australia as well. Like, whatever. And I didn't expect it again, but I thought, like, they might want to do a quick something with me. And she just went, nice.
Oh.
And I went, have a good night, everyone.
Yeah.
I was like, everyone here hates me. Get me out of here.
Oh, that's funny. I did that at the TikTok Awards, Channel 9. I'm like, Mitch, we'd love to have a chat with you. I'm like, amazing. And she goes, state your name. I'm like, Mitch. She's like, Churi. I'm like, yeah, Churi. She's like, who are you here with? I'm like, here with Stan tonight. I'm a Stan ambassador. She went, all right, thank you. Is it all working, Tim? Cool. I was the camera check.
Oh, no.
I was the slate.
No.
Mic's working, boom's all good. All right, thanks, Mitch.
Why did she take your name to do that?
I think it was like just to say something, just so there were levels. Like,
okay.
you know when people ask, what'd you have for breakfast? So
Yeah,
then
yeah,
at
of
least you
course.
say there's audio coming out. That I did do an interview with like Channel 7 or someone, and then they put it in the final cut. And it was like Sofa Dover and all these influencers talking about the under 16 social media ban. And then it's like Mitch Churi, former radio host. Oh, Jesus. They love that, don't they? I was on Nova 6 weeks ago.
Do you remember the time we went to that premiere and then you got on the news and that was how it got revealed that we'd pre-recorded that show?
Oh, Hamilton.
Yeah.
It was Hamilton.
It was
We
Hamilton.
used to, here's the tea that I don't think we've ever said. The day we got a meeting put in our calendar. The day we interviewed Tate McRae, we're sitting there with little Tate and boom, 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 Mitch, Grace, Alex, our whole team, the night show catch up tomorrow. We're like, that's random. The day before, sure. Grace and I were like, oh, it's because we're pre-recording because it was 7 to 10 and we'd record from 9 to 10 and go home because we're exhausted.
We had long days.
We also did the pickup from 9 a.m. some days till 10 p.m. That's like a 13-hour day. It's fucked. So we'd pre-record the last hour. I'm a pro. I actually could do it. Like, I hated that about radio. They're like, will you stick till you're live? I'm like, I've done this for long enough to make it sound like it's not. But anyway, was I telling the wicked story? What day is
Tate
it?
McRae?
Tate McRae. And that's the day I got made redundant. That's the day the show got cut. But we thought we were like,
We thought we were
we'll
getting in
be
trouble for
fine. We
pre-recording.
thought we were getting in trouble for pre-recording. They pull us into the meeting like the show's cancelled. I'm like, because of the pre-recording? He's like, you were pre-recording? I'm like, oh fuck. Yeah. But then we got in trouble about 3 months earlier because we wanted to go to the Hamilton premiere because like you, we love theatre. And we go and Angela Bishop, who's a friend and is so good. And she
Love her.
She did red carpet reporting for my show pro bono. We just call her and she'd be like, here I am at Transformers 7. And so I did a bit for her and I sung. I'm like, I know him, you can't be, and she loved it. So it made primetime news.
Yep.
And our boss is sitting at home mentally like Mitch is on air, Kiss is all accounted for. And then here I am being King George on 10 News first at 6.
No.
And we got reamed.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, like
Well, they called me and I famously cannot lie. So he's like, were you pre-recorded? And I was like,
I'm a
yes,
great
we
liar.
were. We were. And Mitch was like, you told him we weren't, right? And I was like, I fully blew it.
You know what
I'm
else
so sorry.
caught me out once is because I do CarPlay and I have that notification on that if I'm driving, it sends a text.
Yes.
So it's like, Mitch isn't replying now. He's currently driving.
Oh, no.
So my boss, we were pre-recorded and our boss, shout out Tony, nice guy. We were driving and I driving home, 8 p.m. He texts me like, hey mate, all good with that montage that went to air? He gets a text going, Mitch is currently driving. He's like, what do you mean you're currently driving? And I had to own up to it. I'm like, yeah, I've gone home.
Oh,
Boyfriend's
my
sick or
goodness.
something. Like, I pulled that old chestnut out. But yeah, right. It's to tell you what. Now I'm former radio presenter Mitch
Why does it
Churi.
matter?
Oh,
I feel like
the
sometimes
radio
there's
industry.
there's drama about things that just, at the end of the day, if it's not hurting anyone, who cares?
Well, can I tell you something? And flowers to Nova. Like I've done bits with Nova Radio. Like you sing their praises. Podcasting is it. Those radio numbers. It's so for those who don't know at home, I've seen Abby Chatfield do a viral video on TikTok. The way that the radio is rated, it's a sample size and it is average. It's just a statistic. It's not actual individual numbers. Your podcast and my podcast, we can send to advertisers. Mitch got 8,201,000 this year. But on radio, it's like 610,000. We spoke to 12 people.
Yeah.
But hey, we average it out from suburb to suburb and that's how much they get. Radio is, what's that expression? You've got 30 minutes. You've got 30 minutes. That TikTok
you have
sound.
30
Do you know you have 30 minutes? Like the tides change.
Yeah.
And that's my rant for the day.
Sure. Nova actually shared with us recently the numbers. What's that website called?
GFK or the Triton Pod Ranker.
Triton Pod Ranker. And I didn't realize we were so far up the list. In fact, I think we're the top podcast on the Nova podcast out of there's one more above us, which I think is Mark Burris. But
yeah,
I feel like he doesn't count because one, he's a podcast that Nova looks after, whereas we're a Nova podcast.
Original, yeah.
And also Mark Burris, his show is pretty much all guests. So when high scrollers, we don't do guests unless I have to not be there and you fill in.
Yeah.
So we don't do guests, but guests are great because that's how you really build numbers when you're doing a podcast and things like that. You get people like Tara Banks on the show and everyone goes
as collab,
what's this about? So we don't do that. So to be that high was really surprising, and also no shade to anyone else, but I was able to see the other numbers because it's like, I don't know if that Triton is a public platform or...
You have to opt in. So
Okay.
we don't opt in.
Okay.
Yeah. So but you have to opt in to do it.
I don't know if anyone can see the results.
They
right?
can. You just Google it, yeah.
So I was very surprised to have a look, and it's not shade, but I just thought we'd be way down the list, and to be so far up was really surprising. And I was like, wow, not our podcast doing better than most. Mm-hmm. And
on
you know,
you.
you'd think about there's some people on the list that were below us, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I look at them and I go, they're like podcast moguls.
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
like
yeah.
huge.
Uh-huh.
And
They're
I was
the
like,
industry.
oh, we actually get more listens.
Yeah,
That's so crazy.
yeah. Podcasting, it's been humbling for us, Grace, isn't it? It's so interesting, like to see how podcasting works because we're used to that radio. It's interesting. Radio, you inherit an audience. I go on, and that audience is there.
Yeah.
And I get given that audience. But here, you got to curate and make your own.
Yeah.
And it's fun. I'm like,
It's really fun.
I'm
Yeah.
loving it. This is very different for me, but I'm enjoying podcasting. I want to get advice from you. I'm going to London. What show should I see?
What's
in London?
Has O'Mary opened on the West End yet?
Yeah, I think it only just did. I think
Yeah.
it did. I just missed it. I think it opened on like the
In London?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it opened on like the 7th or the
Oh
8th.
my God. Who's
Yeah.
playing
Not sure.
Mary Todd Lincoln?
Not sure.
It's now playing at the Trafalgar Theatre.
Shut up. Is it sold out?
I don't know where mine
Oh, you have to go. Oh, thank you for that.
I have a list.
Did you see Death Becomes Her in New York?
Yeah, that's in New York. It is, I think, transferring to the West End soon.
Yeah, but it's amazing, right?
Death Becomes Her, dare I say, has taken over Wicked
Get out.
as my favorite musical
Really?
of
Have you
seen it, Grace?
all time.
No, but my wife has
Yeah.
on my recommendation.
I would. I'm really conflicted with the US at the moment. I really want to treat myself to go because they're taking Megan Hilty is actually leaving as Madeline Ashton.
Yep, I didn't know this.
And she is leaving on January 11 or something.
Yeah.
Oh, I so badly just want to book a quick trip as cheap as possible and go and just watch it a couple times, like 2 more times. But I just think the state of the US at the moment is not something that I want to really
Oh my God, it's
risk
sad,
going
isn't it?
to. It's really
I think you and I are
hard.
similar. We love the US.
Yeah,
and
I do.
It's pretty rough.
I know. But yeah, it is a spectacular musical. I went in blind from the first or second number. I was like, oh, this is incredible. And I was hooked from then till the end. The writing is brilliant. The sets are brilliant. The actors are brilliant. It is a stellar cast.
Yeah.
It is obviously based on the cult classic film Death Becomes Her with Meryl Streep, Goldie Hawn.
Yep.
And I'd never seen that. I watched it on the plane home actually after seeing the musical. And it was just incredible. The
It's a
music
good
is
film,
so,
yeah.
so fun.
Yeah.
And, you know, a bit of Broadway magic in there as well.
Yeah. The
And-
gunshot in the chest?
yeah, it's just
Yeah.
it's camp. It's definitely for the gays.
Yeah.
Like it's just brilliant. But yeah, I think Wicked will kind of always be number one, but I'm shocked at how much Death Becomes Her really has had such an impact on me since leaving
It's
that
iconic,
show.
yeah.
I need to see it again.
Grace, you're a West End fan or a theatre. in
Yeah, I
general.
was gonna say you might be able to relate to this, Matt. But the bootleg of Wicked that I had downloaded onto my iPod Touch had Megan Hilty as Glinda, so she
Wow.
is like my Glinda for me.
Yeah.
Like, I
Was she the
love her.
original?
No.
No,
but
Kristen
she was-
Chenoweth.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I knew that. So
Yeah.
I did know that.
Fake
Sorry.
fan, yeah.
Okay, I love it, but I'm not. You know, I've got a
I
life and a
think
partner.
Megan Hilty was when Rue McClanahan from the Golden Girls was
Okay.
Madame Morrible.
Shut up.
Yeah, so is that your bootleg? You got
yeah,
Rue?
I think so.
I know.
Yeah.
Blanche from the Golden
Yeah,
Girls
no,
was
wow.
Madame Morrible.
I didn't
and
know that.
That's incredible. I will say, speaking of Kristen Chenoweth, watching Megan Hilty and Jennifer Samard in Death Becomes Her, I got that feeling.
Of Kristen.
This is Kristen and Idina.
Yeah.
I'm going, what we're seeing on this stage is how audience would have felt with Kristen and Idina in Wicked.
Yes.
I went, this is a legacy role.
Yeah. Yeah.
No one will ever be these two. And I mean, obviously they're originating the role.
Yeah.
So they're always going to be like the originals, but I went, this is stardom, babes.
This is magic. Did you
Yeah.
see that Gregory Maguire's doing a Glinda prequel? He's writing one.
Yes, yes.
That'll be good.
Can't wait to read it.
Yeah.
I will say West End, going back to the West End just quickly.
Yeah, go.
I would see Devil Wears Prada.
Just
I,
for the.
I would see it.
Yeah. Okay.
But it is one of the most awful musicals I've ever seen
Oh,
in my entire
no.
life. It is trash.
Who's in it? There's someone like
Vanessa Williams.
currently still.
Yes.
Sorry. You should see Paddington
You can
the musical.
speak. Oh,
you
with the
should see
CGI
Paddington.
bear.
It's not CGI.
Oh, no, animatronic, right?
No, it's a person.
It's
No, it's
someone's
not.
inside. Yes, it is.
No, I saw a video. I'm pretty sure
No,
it's
someone's inside the suit.
It's a famous actor.
and
She's
I'm sorry.
a small person or is it a
Yes.
kid?
Little person, yeah.
Yes.
No.
Little person, sorry. Is it a little person? Or,
Yes.
Wow.
So yeah, they're inside the suit. And I tried to get tickets when I was over there. That was one that I wanted to see. They started at £205,
Get
which is
out.
like $400. But it was opening week, so
demand.
tickets were sparse.
Oh, Mary's £55 for mid-row in the
Nice.
stalls.
Nice.
I'm so excited to see that now.
Yeah.
Oh,
I would,
I'm
if
doing
you have
yeah.
time,
Yeah.
I would see Devil Wears Prada just to
Say I saw
experience.
it, yeah.
But it's awful. The writing is awful. And Elton John wrote the song, so I had high hopes. Look, the cast is fine. Vanessa Williams, love her. Do I think she was the right one for the role? Not sure, but she wasn't hopeless. I just
No.
went, and I felt like the musical was very much just like iconic line, feed it to the audience. So the audience goes, she said it. She
yeah,
said
yeah,
cerulean. She
yeah.
said cerulean. I was like, where's the number about cerulean? Give me a song called cerulean.
Cerulean. Oh, they don't do that, though?
People twirling cerulean
Of course.
around.
Or different colour blues, you know, not cerulean. Yeah,
And
I'm
a
with
lot
you.
of the dancing was just strutting across stage like supermodels.
Right.
And I just felt like it was one of those musicals where it was like, I'm sorry, I can't do this anymore. My heart's not in it.
yeah.
Like all of the lyrics were very much, it was just spoon feeding the audience
Yeah.
what they thought they wanted. And I sat there going, and it's huge. The stage is huge. The set is huge. The lights are huge. The music's loud, blah, blah,
Budget.
blah. And I was just like, everything's so big and loud. And the songs and the production are so small. And I left thinking it was so bizarre. You know what I loved though? Clueless, the musical.
Where'd
It's
you
not
see
on
that?
anymore, but that was on the West End. Oh, that was camp. They have this song that goes, she's all that and a bag of chips. And I was like, see, now that's stupid.
Yeah, that is, yeah.
But it's
Yeah, yeah.
camp.
Yes,
That's the
you're right,
difference
you're
there.
right. Yeah, you're right.
Stupid, but camp.
Yeah.
Devil Wears Prada, stupid. Not camp.
Yeah, I'm with you. Stupid but camp, a big distinction. Not when people can't toy that line.
Yeah.
Like you do so well. Leaning into the stupid a little bit more
Yeah.
than camp. We have to go. This is ridiculous. Well, I could just sit here and talk to you for hours.
Same.
What would you do? My question to you is, the comment that I'm getting a lot is your hair thinning? And it irks the shit out of me. Just because we spoke about body image. Would you do hair transplant?
No, I wouldn't do hair transplant. Medical procedures actually really just scare me and freak me out. And
Really?
I wouldn't do anything that I didn't need to do. And the hair transplant for me, not really interested. One, I don't want to spend the money either.
You could get it contra. They'd reach out to you.
Then I just find that a bit tacky, I mean,
Yeah.
do what you want to do. But for me personally, I'm like, me doing a hair transplant sponsored vid, like boring,
Yeah.
next. So not something that I will do. I think I am thinning and have been thinning for many years. And you know what? I'm still happy with what I've got. But I do see some videos sometimes and go, oh, the back of my head is looking very sparse.
Yeah.
I think what I will do is the shave and toupee. And I'm
system. You'll do a system.
I'm happy to admit that.
Those systems look great. You glue it maybe on a Monday. You have a wash on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
You do it again
Yeah.
twice a week. You're
Yeah.
good as right. You take it off when you're with your partner. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
love a system.
Yeah. So I think I'll do a little system and just attach to the top.
Yeah.
Then you never have to go and get a haircut. You
No,
just
you
kind of
don't.
shave the sides
No, you
and
don't.
whatnot. And yeah, that's what I'll do. I don't think, because also what happens if I want to rock a bald look at one point and then I got
Yeah.
the hair transplant, I wasted the money. haven't
Yeah,
I?
totally. Also, my granddad got the first hair transplant in New South Wales.
Oh, wow.
In like the 70s. And died bald. So, he tried. It doesn't last. It's, nothing's forever.
Yeah.
All right, we need to ask our guest, All Right Hey, a.k.a. Matt, what would you like to do now? You can take the door or you can answer one more question. As we've said many times on this show, the door needs to be used. It needs to be functional in order for us to get our tax write-off, 2025/26.
Yes.
So you can now use it. It is functioning. It does take you out. Look, you see the lights?
Yes.
That's the New York City streets behind us.
Lovely.
You can go and see Death Becomes Her again if you
Oh,
want.
can't wait.
Or you can answer one more question, which has not been approved by Yan Yan and your management team.
Well,
That's your manager, by the way.
I think you know exactly what my answer is going to be, and that is we're going to do one more
He's
question.
doing one more.
I
Wow. Great.
would
Round of applause for our
never-
guest.
I would never tap out
Why would you?
You got to finish the job.
only one guest has ever taken the door. It was Kath Ebbs. And we actually should reveal what that question was.
They should have just done it in the end because
Yeah.
nothing could have been worse than what transpired from that episode on social show. Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
Kath, you should have just answered the question, love.
yeah.
Oh.
Jessalyn.
Hi, Jessalyn. Love you. I'm a big fan of Dance Mums, love.
So was I.
No affiliation. If you're doing anything with Mitch, no affiliation.
Yeah, no. And that question was, give us a live reaction to Betty Davis eyes.
Oh.
We were going to play it and get them to react. But they took the door.
Yeah.
And rightly so. Now it's your chance.
Well, I'm a bit scared now. I'm a bit worried.
Take the card Grace
okay.
made this year. How much did you spend at Officeworks putting this piece together?
This is just from stuff I had at home.
Oh, this is Grace has got a
wow.
cricket.
Is it on the back or do I open it?
Open
it's
it.
like you're
There's
at
a
the
little
Emmys.
Velcro
Okay.
moment.
And the one more question is, wait, if I read this, I don't get to tap out?
No, that's right.
Oh, dear.
You have to answer
One
it.
more question is, what's the most amount of dollars that you've turned down for a post?
Oh.
Hard question to answer, but willing to answer because it was actually a collaboration with a brand who just wouldn't see eye to eye with what I wanted. And it was $18,000. I think the full rate was around 25-ish,
Yeah.
but obviously I've got people to pay. And then obviously the 18,000 is before I pay my tax and all my bills and everything like that.
GST.
So I end up with a lot less than 18,000, but it was also not for one video, it was for a series of work. And the brand that I worked with or was working with, going to work with, just really wouldn't listen to my feedback, and some of the requirements that they had, I was like, not going to work for me. I'd never say that. I'd never do that. They actually had a range of products as well. And one of the products I went, not a vibe. I don't want to do that. And they were like, it's mandatory. And I said, okay, well, if it's mandatory, you can find someone else to work with.
Oof.
So
He knows his
I
boundaries.
lost the $18,000, but I'd rather do that than do a job that I don't want to do, because I've been doing this for that long. I don't do anything that I don't want to do. Wouldn't be here with you right now, Mitch, if I didn't want to be here.
And on that note, All Right Hey, you can find him on All Right Hey on all socials. High Scrollers, 1 episode a week?
2 now.
2 episodes a week?
Yeah.
Ah, good on you guys.
Thank you.
On any app, any podcast app?
Anywhere you get your podcast.
I do love you. Like, you're a good friend. You're very fucking funny. And touring next year?
Yes, we've got a
2026?
big tour. We're going bigger and better than ever. Oh my God. I'm coming to more places in Australia. We're looking all of that in right now. I'm in the process of writing the new show, which
Wow.
I'm really proud of. After my last show, Dancing Queen, I did not think it could get any better. And I think I'm smashing it out of the park so far. And I cannot wait to take this show around the country, because I think everyone's going to not only piss their pants, which I have had happen. The venues had to throw out, sorry to the Factory Theatre in Marrickville, they had to throw out a seat because a pregnant woman pissed herself in the front row.
Shit.
But I was so proud of Dancing Queen, and I didn't think I could top it. But I'm in the process of writing right now, and I'm going, this is kind of really good.
We'll get some piss flowing.
I'm excited for
that's the
everyone to
bar.
see it.
All right, it's all in the show notes. All right, hey, thanks for coming on the Mitch
Thank
Churi Chat Show.
you.